Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Oceanica Stingray 200-meter dive watch. The price for this watch, at least when it was in stock, is $300, or it was $300. Before we get into the watch, let's take a quick look at the packaging. It comes in this nice little wood box with a lid that slides in these rabbits here. So nice touch, nice little wood box here. And it's on a burlap cushion. And you get a little warranty card in here as well. Unsigned. But anyway, let's get this back off to the side here. And dive into the watch. It has a domed sapphire crystal with AR coating, as you can see there. The dome's a little bit too much for my preference, or maybe it's just because it's a single dome and you get distortion here. Or maybe it's the AR coating, but it's kind of, sometimes it's a little difficult to read the time. For example, right there, if the light hits it, the whole thing just kind of gets that weird little sheen to it. And then it's a loomed ceramic bezel insert, and that is a highly polished ceramic bezel insert. Let's zoom in on the dial here. Also, I do have a blue version of this watch, and I'll put those side by side in a moment here. But it does have applied indices, and those are filled with BGW9 lume, along with the handset that also has BGW9 lume, and that bezel insert is loomed as well. You can see the second hand there is not totally smooth. It is 6 beats per second. It's a Seiko NH35 movement. And you can see the date there with the date window. And on the dial, Oceanica printed at the top along with that shark logo. And then Stingray and 200 meter / 660 feet. It does have a signed crown. So this is a big, chunky dive watch. Let me zoom back out here. The bezel is really easy to use. Nice knurling on here. Also, the bezel is proud of the case. The bezel diameter is 42.5, and the case diameter is 41.5. Lug to lug is 48, and this thing is quite thick at 14.2 millimeter. Lug width is 22, and that does taper down nicely to 18. This bracelet does have a nice taper to it, so it does wear pretty comfortably on wrist. It is heavy though. This size for my wrist with all the links removed, we're looking at 171 grams. The clasp is pretty large, but you do get 6 micro adjusts. You have this safety clasp on here, so it'll stay nice and secure on your wrist. Dual pusher, deployant. This portion here is milled. The safety fold over is stamped, and this portion of the clasp is stamped as well. Polished on the sides, brushed on the bottom. It does have a little chamfer here. So, nicely done. Solid H-link bracelet, solid end links. It does have the female end link, so it'll conform to your wrist right off the bat here. It doesn't have the fixed center links that protrudes out further. So the watch is mostly brushed, but then the sides of the bracelet are polished, and that crown is polished as well. It's a little interesting that this is polished and that's brushed. I think typically you would see the case side would be polished if the side of the bracelet is polished. That make a little more sense to me, but yeah, but I don't have my own watch company, so I don't know, maybe one day. Let's look at the case back here. It is nicely engraved. Has a stingray on there, and I don't know, I guess an ocean or something like that. The stingray up at the top here. On the back it says Oceanica Watchco Stingray 200 meter sapphire crystal and automatic, and then stainless steel. So let's get this on wrist on my 6.5 inch. Actually, you know what? Let me show you the other color first before I forget. And I think I'll feature both of these in the loom shot. Never actually taken the plastic off of this one. I probably won't either. So yeah, anyway. You get plenty of lengths. I think I measured, you get up to about 9 inch. This will fit a 9 inch wristband. And like I said, I'm a 6.5 inch wrist, and I'm on the farthest out micro adjust. So I'd say you could probably go down to 6 if you wanted. Anyway, before I forget again, let's put these side by side. So this is, yeah, black on the left and blue on the right. The blue is very dark. If I didn't have these side by side, I would say the blue is black. Yeah, it's definitely blue though, I think. So, blue on the right, black on the left. Let me know which color you guys like better, or what you think of the watch in general. And let me get this on wrist. And speaking of that, if you could subscribe if you have not already, I greatly appreciate it. Like the video and leave a comment below. I really like chatting back and forth with you guys, getting your opinions on these watches. Let me know if you like the videos. So anyway, here we go on my wrist. And I'll zoom out here in a moment. Forgot to show you the links that I removed. So, it wears pretty well on wrist. It is kind of a big watch. A little big for my... I guess it's not too bad. It's probably about at the max size for my wrist that I would like to wear. So anyway, here are the links. So a nice H-link. It was very easy to size with these large screw heads. So no complaints there. Let me zoom out here. I always got something in the background here. So there we go. Then here's the blue. I don't know if it looked like blue or black from this distance. And actually, I'll show you this side by side with my SKX. Actually, I think for the loom, I'll just do these two for the loom comparison. Maybe I'll do all three. So here we go. A 42 diameter and 40s. Sorry, hit the wrong button there. 46 lug to lug. So there we go. All right, I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back with the loom. All right, so on the left I have the black Stingray. On the right I have the blue Stingray. Not that it matters for the loom, but just so you know. And in the middle, my Seiko SKX 009. Loom is quite good on these Stingrays. I mean, there's a lot of it. There's a loom on the ceramic bezel insert. And obviously every indice, and the handset, of course, has loom. And the tip of that second hand as well. But I would say the SKX 009 is still slightly brighter loom. A little more loom on the handset, and the indices are a little bit, I know they're circles compared to batons, but yeah, anyway, definitely would say the SKX is brighter loom, but Stingray has more of it. So that will conclude today's video. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.